Hello everyone, I'm the MoeChicken and welcome back to more Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. In the last episode we got to this level and I lost because I panicked, because that's what I do. But before we go in, I want to mention something. So, this is one of those things that is very nostalgic for me as someone who grew up with the Super Nintendo. But I feel like there are certain design elements used in Super Mario World that kind of lent towards its iconic appearance. And the one I wanted to point out before I enter the level is the way that the map screen is set up here. So it looks like it is some sort of levitating panel, because you can see it's got like a shadow back there. Like there's that kind of beige colored background with all the shapes on it, and then there's like a shadow on it, and this thing is just kind of like floating. I don't know. It's cool. And it kind of reminds me of how a lot of things were during the SNES era. Like, one thing that I have enjoyed seeing, as I've collected more and more Super Nintendo games, is how design was kind of treated in that time period. Because, I mean, it's early 90s, and so there's a lot of, like, bright colors and shapes and stuff like that. Ooh, excuse me. My dinner says hello. And I got off track from that. There's a lot of bright colors, simple shapes, stuff like that, and I find myself really interested in seeing how games were sort of set up in the early days of the Super Nintendo, because that would have been, you know, the early 90s. And, like, prime example. So I was playing Tetris and Dr. Mario the other day. Alright, that's one hit once. Okay, it's off. I think that's what we want. Yes, okay. I was playing Tetris and Dr. Mario the other day, and in that game, there is a mode where you can, like, face off against a sort of, like, computer opponent, I guess, for lack of a better term, like an AI opponent was this episode. You have to take this trampoline with you. You'll need it to hit the last switch block. You're almost at the goal, so hang in there. Why, thank you. So I'm going to take this with me. Yeah, you can have, like, a little opponent, and what sort of strikes me is that, like, they were very stylish, I guess, is the best way I can put it. Oh, geez. Okay. I hope that was the last. Oh, gosh, I should have kept on Ow. Ow. Should have continued to carry it. Okay, good. Done! Fantastic. Yes. They were not very stylish. They had their own kind of look and feel. But, actually, tell you what. Ed, if you would, put up the characters I'm talking about so people can see it. That's what they look like. And you can see that they're sort of like, they're all like one color and kind of vaguely aristocratic, I guess would be the best way to put it. But it just sort of looks on its own. And like another example of a game that has this, I was also playing the Super Scope 6 cartridge, which is the one that comes with a Super Scope. And, like, the games in it just felt so very Super Nintendo launch title. I don't think they were launch titles, because I actually don't know when the Super Scope came out. But they feel very, I don't know, early 90s Nintendo. It's just sort of strange how there was this, like, this design paradigm that is very reminiscent. And I mean, I guess you could make the argument that, like, any sort of design paradigm is, you know, specific to its time period, but it's kind of fun for me to realize that, are there gonna be Poodabos here? Nope, there's just this guy. Hello. Take that. Well, yeah, it's sort of fun to me that I can recognize a time period like that, because I mean, I know a lot of people have strong affiliations with particular decades for you know, whatever is relevant to them. So if you were a music connoisseur, you were Oh, I don't like that the screen scrolls here. I feel like there's a secret here, but I don't actually know if there is one. Okay. I'll stop throwing Mario at the wall. Like, yeah, like, so if you like music, you might... That was strange. Just kind of levitated there for a second. That was neat. Whatever. Okay, no. Nope. Wait for a bit. Yeah, if you're a music person, probably like a certain type of music. If you're an arts person, you probably like, you associate certain time periods. If you're a clothing person, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture. But for me, it's video games, and I love the fact that I can positively identify design elements. My dinner says hello again. From particular time periods. I don't know. It's just cool to me, because there are a lot of things that I'm not the best at defining that sort of thing. Like if you were to walk up to me and say, "Hey, name me 5 bands from the 90s," I couldn't help you. I wouldn't know. I didn't really listen to music that much. I listen to video game music because I'm a huge nerd. And yeah, but if you were to ask me, like, name some video games from that time period, boy howdy, you bet I could. I could not tell you the dates because, as I pointed out with the whole PlayStation thing, I don't know those, but I could tell you what kind of games I was excited about at that time. Yes, I could. Oh, I have not really talked about the game at all during this episode. Sorry, I got all wrapped up in talking about other stuff. But yeah, I think at some point I will go through and maybe do like a chicken scratch or something where I just show some design elements and stuff from Super Nintendo games. Also, as a side note, that was really easy. Like, one of the flaws, I'll say, with this ROM hack is that it is pretty easy in a lot of ways. And sometimes you can kind of be like, I want a little bit more challenge than this, but I don't know. I will always prefer something that's, like, winnable to something that is frustrating, I guess. Take that, Wendy Koopa. Wendy O. Koopa, who is apparently not related to Bowser at all. She's just called Koopa. I was like hitting the dummies too. Let me see if I can. They're just kind of funny looking. Wendy. Oh, that's bad. Come on. Well, that was clever, Mo. Good job. Boom. Down she goes, into the hot cocoa forever, and I froze on a cool pose. Mario, course clear. Oh yes, oh yes. So, how will Mario destroy the castle this time? Let's find out. He takes the egg, puts it down, comes over with, oh, it's the mop one. This one was always fun. Beep, beep, beep. I think that is a unique sprite to this particular thing when he leans over. Wendy's chocolate castle is now gone, and it's not because it melted. With yet another Yoshi egg rescued, Mario will now continue on to Urchin Ocean, near where Bowser's hideout is. Urchin Ocean. So that is sort of a new thing in this game, is an entirely ocean-based level. That's cool. But that's going to be for the next episode. I'm the MoeChicken. This is Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. Thanks for stopping by.